Yeah, we just sipping and having good conversation and good food. Y'all can join us. All right, one time, one time. What's up, y'all? What's up? Make some noise in here. Nice audience crowd here with us tonight for another edition of, a special edition of Relationship Hour, where we talk grown folk relationship conversation. And Kenya, what's good?
What better day to talk about relationships than Valentine's Day, right? We need some understanding. And this is absolutely a no judgment zone. You know, you tell the truth and you might help somebody out and you might get a little wisdom yourself. And for our guest panelists today, our girls always show up and show out. Miss Sapphire, how are you? I need you to pick up that microphone and turn it on.
I am well. Thank you so much.
So tell them a little bit about you, Miss Sapphire.
Well, thank you. I'm
with
just
a
like
beautiful
everybody.
voice.
Thank you. I'm just like everyone else, and I want to keep it real. I want to learn from you as much as, you know, I want to reciprocate that. I'm a seeker, and I'm very excited to hear your questions on this very special day.
Absolutely. And my girl right here looking so cute as always, Miss Tacoma Maria.
Back to you, beautiful.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel so Valentine-ish. You know?
Valentine-ish.
Don't y'all feel Valentine-ish with the red, with the... Ooh, and y'all, it's going to be steamy next week. I'm just telling y'all need to make sure you come here early so you can get a table. Because, honey, we are about to talk about some toys. Some toys. All that
Yes,
good
so
stuff.
it's the adult novelty happy hour, all right?
That's right.
So ladies, it's 6 to 8. It's all about you all. Y'all got games. It's going down. They got toys. They got conversation. It's going to be dope.
I need to learn a few things. She said she was going to teach me a few things about some of these products.
Matter of fact, Natoya, why don't you come up
on,
and say something to everybody
Tell
about
us
next
about
week?
your tricks.
Because all y'all watching, we want y'all to be here next week, 6 to 8. All right? Come on. I'm putting on the spot. You know,
I
I'm
need
putting
you
on
to
the
bring
spot.
that whole trunk. She got a whole trunk full of toys, y'all.
That's just a sample.
Oh, these are samples. Okay, honey.
Hey, you guys. So next Tuesday, the masquerade. So make sure you wear your mask if you're nasty. We will be talking about toys, different things that basically men know that we're not excluding them, we're including them. So just because we're using the toy don't mean that we don't need y'all. So just come out and it's going to be spicy, very, very spicy. You know.
Gonna spice it up together.
So can men come? Oh, they want the men to be here with the toys. So they included.
Yes.
I thought you was talking about in the bed. Okay, both. So men, y'all come too next. Well, yeah, come too. Come too.
Come too.
Tuesday, 6 to 8,
too.
before we do the relationship hour. Before we do this part, come for the novelty, adult novelty. Get pink kisses in the building. You want to be here for that? It's gonna be fun. All right.
I can't wait. I gotta learn some stuff.
Right. And
Y'all come.
wear your mask. Wear your not that ugly mask, masquerade ball mask. Not the COVID mask.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Wear the other mask.
No,
It was
we
a
don't
movie I saw, and all them people had masks on.
Oh no.
I forgot what it was on late night. What's it, that famous dude was in it, and all these people lived in this. They stayed in their mansion. They was all doing it.
Oh yes, that was a very, very
Old school
movie.
with us tonight, yes sir.
What's up, Uncle Charlie? It's Uncle Charlie.
All right, y'all ready to get started? Say, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, Kenya, let's kick off with these questions.
Well, you got all of them.
And now we got 3 men, because right now we just by ourselves, me and T by ourselves.
All right. So, how come when you're creeping with a married man, they still want you to be faithful?
Why is it when you're creeping with a married man, they still want you to be faithful? And a lot of these questions I told you, there's only 2 of us in here, and we got 3 now. So, well, no, we got 2 other gentlemen. So, man, we got some guys who who can comment on this too.
The nerve.
Obviously, the question they wanted to be heard by men. So again, we have to use sometimes when we hear these questions, we use our, I like to say, I use my imagination that, man, you got the old ZAK jacket on? Yes, sir, hot dog
That was
that
supposed
brought
to be
it
my
out.
jacket, hot dog.
The only one, you right. So, how many first timers here before we get to this question? How many first timers? First timers for the relationship out? 1, 2, virgins, 3, okay, 4, all right. So the way it works, you can comment, you can get on the mic and you can give your 2 cents. All right? So, great question. I think that some of them are selfish, or 2, they ain't trying to be coming behind nobody else.
But you gotta
it's
come
both
behind
of
somebody else.
That ain't the question. The question was, read it again.
Check.
How come when you're creeping with a married man, they still want you to be faithful?
Well, they need to have conversation. So if she's going to be out there, are you going to be out there smashing them, or you got one that you might be smashing? And if you smashing them, are you smashing them with a condom, or you raw dogging them? So if you going to do wrong, I always say do wrong right, have a right conversation. Because no need to be going up. He shouldn't be going in there raw anyway, and he shouldn't be anyway hidden anyway. But if that's what he decides to do, y'all need to have a conversation. If you decide that you're going to get in the game and play that game, then have a real conversation. Don't assume just because he's married that he's okay with you smashing everybody else. Don't assume it. Say to him.
That's a mess.
That's a mess.
And
That's
you're
not a
being very
mess.
that's a
Is that a mess? That's not a mess. You want to hear the truth. It's the truth. Even though that woman might be the other woman, he don't want her to be the other woman to everybody else in that magnitude. Now, yeah. I mean,
makes sense.
yeah, I just did.
Yeah.
You just don't want to accept it.
The math ain't mathing. All right. All right, next question.
You want to say something?
Oh, you got something?
You can say we. Oh, she's wait. Oh, she's.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Woo. She said I didn't answer the question.
Okay.
So let me answer it better for her. Yeah, read the question
Okay.
for her because she didn't hear the question.
How come when you're creeping with a married man, they still want you to be faithful?
She's asking men. Yeah. Ooh, look at Mama. She's feisty today.
Right. Exactly.
We got to give you the microphone so the way it works, so the room has to hear. Yeah, because we want to make sure we hear. Yeah. Yes. So the answer probably just wasn't to the satisfaction. There's many different answers that some men may have. I'm trying to pick different guys on why they may. Some men just don't want you to because they're selfish and they don't want to. Some men some men will say, "Hey, look, if you hollering at him, let me know." It don't make sense, but it's real, and so they still be territorial. It don't make sense, but I'm just breaking it down for some men. Some men are territorial, just like when a woman does it. It's the same thing. Yeah, most men are. It's not going to always be the answer that you want us to say because all men are not the same.
That's the truth.
All men are not. Some men don't care. Some married men don't care who you hit. It's some of the married men who catch the feelings for that one woman. Does that make sense?
Is that what it is?
All right.
I was going to kind of say the same thing you said. I don't know for sure, but I would think that a married man would want a woman or a side chick to be faithful to him so that could be his safe space, in a sense. I mean, trust it's a crazy situation to even mention trust, but trust has will have a lot to do with that, I would believe. I mean,
Bruh.
And because again, it's just only a few men in here that's gonna answer. We the guys who want to answer it, so we have to be. Come on, beautiful. Come on.
How is it a safe place if he's
I'm pretty sure, like, if he's cheating on his wife, he's pretty much having sex with the other woman unprotected. So how is that as being safe? Because what if she gets something?
Well, yeah, we got to use our imagination. Some men will use a condom, just like whether they're in a relationship or not.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No. If you're having unprotected sex with your wife, you're definitely going to do it to the next woman.
You think so?
I know so. Yeah.
Okay, we need to have.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, he
well,
said
because
the
you don't
right
want to
word,
give
though.
your wife nothing, and you don't want to get her pregnant.
Right.
So why
if you're gonna
why
do wrong,
cheating though?
If you're gonna do wrong right. It ain't right. It's not right.
No, you still can get pregnant with using condoms.
Well, okay, well.
Just saying.
Well, you can, but
I mean,
if I was to do it, I'm gonna use a condom.
You said the right word. Selfish. Just selfish.
Yeah, yeah, see, this now is getting good. Everybody talking.
All right.
All right.
All
You say
right,
self-control? Oh, okay. Oh, good. Y'all hear what she said?
Control.
That was a good one.
Okay.
That was a good one. She said because he wants to control her. The woman.
The side
woman.
chick.
So the reason he don't want her messing with nobody else is because he wants to control her. That's how she be. Well, there's different levels.
Yeah.
So before we go to the next question.
Okay.
Battery out? I would say that there must be different levels. There's some people that I agree with you, and I agree with you, I agree with her. There's certain levels of it. That's why I said, even though it's wrong, even when you decide to do something as an adult, you need to have a real conversation. And even though it's still, just because you had a conversation don't mean it's going to go that way, but at least you have somewhat of at least you said it. At least y'all talked about it in your wrong. All right, next question.
All right. What hinders men to grow up in a relationship?
Read it again so the whole room can hear it.
What hinders men to grow up in relationships? I guess what's keeping them? What's hindering them from growing up?
Yeah, we got to read. There we go.
Come on over to the microphone.
What hinders men from what?
From growing up in
From growing
a relationship.
up in a relationship.
Either. All right.
So, I was taught that, first of all, as we know, women are more mature than men in some ways. But why? But why? Because a woman, this is what I was taught, that a woman thinks with both sides of her brain at the same time, but a man thinks with one side at a time. So I think that's what I was taught. So.
Okay. All right, Natoya, come on.
And Diana on Facebook said, women who take in men's roles.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, us as women, we're taught to be like, running the household and doing everything. So we enable a man to where we don't ask them to, some women don't ask them to pay bills. They just go ahead and do it without even asking them, without even running it by them, because they want to seem like they're that strong person or they're running the household. But they don't know, I was in a situation like that to where I was doing everything, not knowing that I was enabling this man. So when it was time for him to play that role, he had an attitude because he wasn't used to it. So I feel like us as women, sometimes we enable the men because we want to be like, oh, I'm running this, I'm doing this, I'm paying the bills. Yeah. So that's why some men don't grow up.
Some men go straight from their mother's house to their girlfriend's house to their wife's house. So they don't really know what it is to have to assume responsibility.
Some women like handling everything.
And I would say, so I'm listening to it, I think a lot of, I agree with you on that too, Natoya. The new generation, a lot of women these women like to control the guys too. So they play the control game too. As long as his ass is at home, she'll go to work, he on that Xbox, he doing some bets, trying to get money that way, and laying the pipe, she good.
Right.
And I see that a lot, where you make her some biscuits and then beat her down. I can play the game all day. So when the time changes, you know what I'm saying, and some just don't. Some people, and then on the other side, some people just get stagnant to mature in their relationship, in my opinion. So again, this is all our own. I don't believe in the experts. I just believe that everybody has their own opinion. So please, ma'am or sir, you can please jump on that mic. We can agree to disagree too.
Some people actually like that, man. I was on a Facebook post, and a female, I believe in gender roles still. I believe a man's supposed to do certain things, blah blah blah, right? And this woman chewed me out and was like, this 2022, or this last 2023 or 2022, whatever, and it ain't got to be like that no more. If he better at taking care of the kids and staying home, let him take care of the kids and stay at home. I'll go to work. I thought that was weird as hell, but it's people that's living that life. My buddy around the corner, he just got a job washing cars. I mean, dude ain't had a job in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody wants something different. So, one person, their love language might be somebody taking care of them. Another person their love language might be holding them down. It just depends on what you feel you need in your life, because if I'm a doctor, or if my schedule is super busy and you go in a different direction all the time as well, then we don't really have a relationship. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on what you want for your relationship.
Have a seat at the bar, bro. You want to chill? You ain't leaving, is you? How long you in town?
What hinders men to grow up in a relationship?
What hinders a man to grow up in a relationship? Can we, so the room can hear you? You're not on camera, we just want to be able to hear you. That's why we got the mic there, that's all. Answer that for us. We need some men back up in here.
I believe a lot of brothers don't want to be faithful, because I used to be one of them type of brothers. Now I found someone I really truly want to be with, so
And growing up and maturing in a relationship, you think that's... Did you read that question one more time?
What hinders men to grow up
I got it.
in a relationship?
You wasn't ready back then, but you found the right one.
I wanted to just do what I wanted to do. Regardless, whatever the woman would give me or whatever, I couldn't get out of. I just, sometimes I did what my friends did, see who get the most women or whatever, Okay.
So what I'm getting is, it made you want to do more. It made you want to go to the next level when you met this beautiful woman that you with now.
Oh yeah, who I'm with now. Yeah.
It motivated you.
Yeah, it motivated.
That's another way to look at it, another angle to look at it.
She wanted
I
some
hear
out of
that.
life, and I want something out of life.
Yeah.
And since we've been, travel and do a lot of things together, I don't follow her. I don't pick up her phone to see who calling her. I trust her, because I believe if a woman is cheating on you, if a man is cheating on you, you ain't got to follow them around. You gonna know by their actions and how they carry themselves.
All right. One time. All right.
And I want to say what's up to everybody that, you can come on up, who is commenting on Facebook, and everybody who is here, come on over. We are live at 21300 Libby Road. We are at Sylk'S. Come on over, get something to eat, get a great drink, and join the conversation. What'd you have to say?
I got to defend myself, y'all. I misunderstood that question, because with me and my husband, he's a great man. I love him, wouldn't trade him for all the tea in China, but he play too much. I mean, literally plays, laugh all day, joke all day. So that's where I thought y'all was going with that question. So yeah, that's what I meant.
That sounds fun.
I
Somebody who
actually-
laughs
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, I
Sometimes-
like that.
Sometimes it's better to laugh than to cry, but a lot of times I do that. I laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
But we talking about the man growing in the relationship. First of all, shouldn't he be grown when he gets into the relationship? and the lady hit the nail on the head that women have a tendency to mature quicker than men, you know. But
He like me, he listens. We listen to y'all, and then we go ahead. That's,
But some of the
right.
things, some of the, you know, let's hit the nail on the head. Alcohol, that's gonna stop the man from growing.
True.
Period. Especially emotionally. Drugs, which a drug is a drug is a drug, so that's all bundled up into one thing. You know, it's like leave that out. But as soon as she gets a job and starts making more money than him, we got a problem. He ain't drinking one bottle of wine a day, he's drinking 2 or 3. And pretty soon she gonna tell him to hit the dough. You know. So there's a lot of things that and the fact that men are conquerors and women are nurturers, basically. You know, we kind of veering from that a little bit, I think. But so while men are out conquering, where's the room for the growth? Because he's chasing every skirt that come along. So that's, you know, the men.
Busy. He busy chasing skirts. All right.
all right, good stuff.
Okay.
Okay. I want to comment, but from the background.
Come on.
Okay. Anyway, I think in relationships, it depends too on the age, because not just men don't want to. Men are hindered. Women are hindered too, and sometimes they hinder each other. You know. So, you know, I think that communication is important. Like if there's a problem and you don't address it, or you act like it's no problem, then it grows. So if you just keep it in your mind, then they can't read your mind, and I can't read their mind, you know. So it's better to be able to communicate, and at least you can work on the problem. You have to be willing too, because if one person willing and the other one's not, you know, it's just a waste of time. So you hinder each other. It's not just a man thing or a woman thing. You know, I think that we grow together as a couple, you know, if you want to invest in each other.
Right.
You know, some people just want this or that, and they settle for this or that, and that's all they get. So then I feel like if I settle for this or that, I can't complain, because I'm not trying to grow and have more than just this or that, you know.
Right.
So it depends on what you want to invest in your relationship or who you with. Sometimes I'm a little older. I had to learn from experience and making mistakes myself, and look inside myself and ask myself what I want out of a relationship. And I decided to be single for a long time because I have been settling for a long time, and I think I deserve better. So instead of arguing over what we go watch on TV, I went to just be at home by myself.
Right.
And I don't have to argue
All
with
right.
nobody. I can
Yeah.
just watch what I want to watch. So, you know, it takes growth individually.
Right. Instead of sitting there by yourself. She got something for you next week. All right.
All right, next
so
question.
we're going to move on to the next question. All right. Favorite sexual positions. How do you let your mate know you're in the mood?
Tell them.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. She
Want
said,
some of that ass, girl.
favorite sexual positions. How do you let your mate know you are in the mood?
Hold on. What's the question? How do you, what?
Favorite sexual positions. How do you let your mate know you're in the mood?
That you're in the mood for that particular position is what you're saying? That's why I'm kind of lost on the
I
question.
guess in the mood, period.
Huh?
Period. Oh, period.
You just you come on to him. You do something. If y'all got a connection, then you gonna know the connection. Yeah, right. And that's so. Yeah, so I would say that means that there's some tension. He or she is not into you. There's something going on that because women are good for it too. Like, I don't feel like it. Like, women will do that. So make sure y'all here next week so y'all don't have to do all that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's only if you got to keep telling somebody hey, I want some, I'm horny, and and y'all live in the same house, it's kind of like because like, yeah, it's like, it's when you don't even think about it sometimes. It's some of the best sex is when you don't even plan it, it just happened. Right, it just.
What kind of day y'all be having that y'all can just get in all day?
We're in the garage today. You said the car earlier.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Come on.
Oh, you gotta hit that mic now. You gotta hit the mic so we can hear you. Hit the mic.
All right, this is the short version. Sex is just not always physical, so sex don't never stop. So if you dealing with somebody and you trying to be intimate, physically intimate with them, and you don't know how to get it started, you might want to try to find somebody else to be sexually intimate with that could bond with you.
Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, so you in the house. She looking good in the t-shirt and her underwear, whatever. What you say?
I mean, shit, I might not say nothing. I mean, what I'm supposed to say? I might smack some ass. I'm gonna make her know what mood I'm in, and she gonna respond by letting me know what mood she in, and then we gonna take it from there.
You go right.
She could be washing dishes, just bend over the sink.
You slap on the ass.
Hey,
yeah.
we gonna figure this out. But
bite on the neck.
It don't take much to. I mean, we adults. You know how to communicate. I mean, well, you might not know how to communicate, but you know how to communicate that.
Well, maybe everybody doesn't know how to communicate.
No, it goes back to all the other questions. I mean, yeah, that's been asked tonight. Maybe there's some other stuff going on.
Yeah, they got something else going on.
Maybe he hasn't matured yet.
And I'm curious about that. What percentage of men would be comfortable with women initiating having sex?
I think a lot of men like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of men like for women to
initiate. 100% back there.
Yes. Right. No, I had a hard day, goddammit. No. I got to shower first, baby. Hold on. Not right now. Hold on. My balls sweaty. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, next question. What you got?
Okay. How do you know if he or she is the right one for you?
Anybody want to answer? Any adults want to answer that question? Any adults want to answer that question? No, this is we laughing, but there's an adult that the reason they wrote the question down, and I applaud them for doing it, is because sometimes some people don't. Sometimes they confuse it with lust. You know what I'm saying? They confuse it with so. This person may show more attention or did something that the other person didn't do. Anybody want to hit that for them?
I think that, you use your own internal compass. If it resonates with you, if who they are resonates with who you are, if what they want resonates with what you want, if things line up, then I think that that's the person for you. If it's easier to get along with them than not. If you can see a future together, if you can imagine building with that person, if you can trust that person, I think those are but a few things that let you know that that's the person for you. If you feel that chemistry between you and somebody else, I think those are a few things that let you know.
I think chemistry is really important. I don't know what people look for anymore. I don't know what y'all be looking for. No, but no, for real. They do look for, outward attributes. How much money, how can he have, what's your credit score?
Credit score. That's a big one for me.
So what's the right one? I mean, I guess if you need your bills paid and he has the means to pay your bills, that's the right one. just, I don't know, if you need somebody, you like people cleaning up the house and cooking for you, then, you know, and she likes to do that, then I guess she's the right one, right?
What'd you just say? What'd you just say?
What?
What'd you just say?
I said, if you looking for somebody to, you know, cook and clean up and, you know, nurture you,
Well,
then,
hell, she should want to clean up anyway.
I mean, that's not everybody's priority.
I know, some people don't do it. They ain't got nothing to do with having a man. I'm just saying, got nothing to do with being in a relationship. Clean your damn. What's your next one?
All right. If trust is broken due to infidelity, how do you get back right with your mate?
Yeah, if you want it. If you don't want it, then you're going to go through it. People have to be real with themselves. In my opinion, if there's infidelity, and then y'all still want to try to push on. The real deal is the person that got cheated on. There's going to be a process for him or her to have to go through within their own. Then the other person who did it has to understand what I just said. And then the other person who's going through it, you can't keep throwing it up 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 times over and over. Exactly. Either you say, I can't do it right now, and let me just chill. And then when y'all get together, y'all both need to understand where you are on that level, in my personal opinion, before you just start, because that person has the right to go through the hurt. You can't expect them to get over it the time you want them to get over it. And then they can't, if they decide that they want to work it out with you, they can't keep beating you over the head if they really have forgiven you, in my opinion.
You guys can't hold each other hostage.
Yeah, but what is beating each other over the head? Like, so if she's feeling some type of way, she sees the girl that you've cheated on her with, or, you know, and she's feeling a way, is it beating him over the head to talk to him and have a conversation about it?
Yeah, I mean, she or he know that that's Shirley, that they are Bob that they hit, and Bob is in the neighborhood. So if they can't deal with the fact that Bob is in the neighborhood, or Shirley's in the neighborhood, or Bob works, or TJ still works at ABC or NBC, or wherever they work, then she or he has to decide if they can handle that. It is what it is. I mean, to go to your question on that, if it's somebody that they don't know, they ain't seen, but most people, if somebody cheats and they find out, they going, who is that? Who is it? Who is she? Who is that nigga? So then they going to investigate to find out who it is.
So they shouldn't want to know?
That's on them if they want to know. Yeah, most people, it's human instinct to want to know, well, who did the person and why did you? So that's normal. They want to know that. So yeah. You'll be
If you don't tell, you're going to be asked the question
right.
forever. If you don't tell, you're going to be asked the question forever.
It's going to be both ways. Say she's in Minnesota.
Now, how are you supposed to repair a relationship with a lie? You can't repair nothing with lies.
Now, I don't want to be answering all these questions. These questions for the room now. For the room. So please jump in, ma'am, sir, and y'all can answer those questions. I'm just giving what I think y'all might say. All right. What you got next?
All right. I really care about my friend. He always picks the wrong women. Why doesn't he see me that way?
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait. Somebody said because you're ugly. Dang.
Now, that's impolite.
That's cold.
Sometimes some people don't want to cross that. They don't want to cross that. Some people don't want to do that. Yeah, right. And he's probably, or that, it sounds like it's a woman question. He respects you enough to know that he's not ready, and he's thought about it. If you're a beautiful woman, he's thought about it. Yeah. Right. Well, he got to be real. So, but most men, if you have a female friend, y'all, they gonna get mad. I tell the truth, okay? People don't want to admit that. It's just your level of where you are on what you decide to do. It's human nature to be attracted to a beautiful woman. Yes or no? Or for ladies, to a beautiful man. All right, so let's get that out. So that person, I use it because we don't know. We'll say that person probably is not finished doing what they want to do. So they don't want to play with their friend. Yeah, or he might not, right, they may not be into you like you into them.
So should they say something if they're
Yeah,
actually
go ahead.
interested?
You're an adult. I think you should. Go ahead. That way you can get it over with.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, get it over with. But if be willing that if he or she don't want to be with you, leave it alone and continue your friendship and respect it.
But can you go back after you sort
yes,
of
you can
put
go
that
back.
out there?
Yeah, you can go back. It depends. Yeah, it depends. Now, you don't just walk in a room and show your titties. You don't do that. You
No, after you put it out there. You can
go back. You go back. Because people do that in their mind. A lot of people have thought about things and they was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then you go back to yourself and you don't cross the line. Yeah, but, you know, all of us have been there in our mind, stuff we have never discussed with anyone. But we came back to ourselves and said, no, I'm not going to do that. And you moved on.
I mean, I don't know. Do women agree with that? I mean, is that just a man thing to, okay, we went there, we had the conversation, we're back, we're dudes, we're bros? Yes. I got you.
I'm just sharing my experience, not to be judged or anything, but it was a past experience. And I dated on the job, and I said I'd never do that again because we fell out. And then it was hard for me to continue to work with this person because they would be calling me, you know, for a patient. I'm a nurse, and I didn't want to deal with them and not neglect the patient. So it was difficult, and I learned from that experience. And I never tried it again, even though it was just dating. Like we never was intimate or anything, but still my feelings got hurt, and I didn't like it. Yeah. So sometimes it's easy to say, you know, okay, we can go back, but you can't really. I mean, because you had to interact with this person, and it comes out still, even though you might not be aware of it, other people can see it because your feelings got involved, and then your feelings got hurt, and then you still be arguing almost like a couple, like, like, I don't want you, like, right. You still be making wisecracks when really you're not really being honest with yourself and looking inside yourself and just have a conversation with this person in private, and really right. Just express how you really felt,
right.
And it just keep coming out like clashing, and you can see it.
Right.
And if you
thank you for that. Thank you so much.
I don't judge people because I think everybody have a right to have their own experience.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sometimes the longer you hold
I
on to
appreciate
it,
that.
the more it hurts you.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a healthy relationship and be friends for real, you need to be honest with yourself first.
Okay.
And then talk to that person in private.
Talk to them in private. I'm going to get this young lady's comment as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I'm talking about you personally, but if you take it personal, that's okay.
No. All right. What you have?
So in my experience, yeah, it can work out. So I had a friend, we were friends from when we were 12 years old. First, like, all the way up until he told me that he, like, loved me when we were probably, like, 18. And I was like, oh, hey, I'll call you back. And then, like, a couple weeks later, I called him back, and it was like our friendship continued through his first marriage. His first wife hated me. He wasn't allowed to talk to me at all. He called me, was like, hey, I'm getting a divorce. Well, actually, him and my mom ran into each other at the airport. And he would contact me like throughout the years. And then he called and was like, hey, I'm getting divorced. I'm having a divorce party in Vegas. I said, okay, we'll go to Vegas. So continued to be friends with them all throughout the years. He got married again. And his second wife, apparently she hates me. He spoke to me, but I never crossed the line. Like, I always remained friends with him. I can call, like, his mother, his sister, I always remained friends with him because it was a friendship. I never wanted to cross the line with him. And then it's like, I know you, and there's some stuff about you I don't really like enough to be able to date you. So and that's a lot of times that's what it is, male or female. You know the person, and there's some stuff about you. Nah, I'm okay. We could be friends, but I don't want to date you. And that could be male or female. It could be a man's like, I saw some stuff you did, and I wasn't really with it. Or female, you're cool, you're nice, you're great, you're amazing, but you're for the next person. You're not for me. So that's my experience.
Yeah, and y'all give a round of applause for that. That's just, again, that's adults. That's real. That's true. That's experience.
Yeah.
You know, and y'all still friends.
Yeah, he contacted me like in August, so I had some stuff happen.
Is he married again?
No, he's married to the second wife.
Oh.
She doesn't. I mean, I understand you're married. Stay over there.
He must have told her how much he must have been talking about you.
He sure did.
Yeah, well, she's very insecure. They are some insecure women.
Yeah, but I don't want him. I mean, he doesn't. She never ever has to worry about. Even like my male friends that I have, they know, like their wives know. I don't want your husband. You never ever have to worry about me with your husband ever. Because if I wanted him, I would have been with him. But most of them, nah, sis, you cool, you keep him. I don't want him.
I know the time he ate crabs, you don't even know about it.
I'm curious. Do the wives ever see you in like social settings?
Oh, yeah, their wives love me. Mm-hmm. Like their wives, like I'm not gonna say anybody's name, but like there's a group of guys. All of their wives know who I am. Like one of our friends, his birthday is coming up on Thursday. He had a party on Saturday. On Sunday. I went to the party. His girlfriend was sitting there. I was like, hey, how are you doing? She was like, hey, yeah, they all know me. I don't want your husband. I don't want anybody else's husband or anybody else's boyfriend. I don't want you. I know them. I don't want them because I know what they do.
Hey, ladies, thanks for coming out. And again, I think that's just maturity, because if you all listen to what she was saying, some women really have a problem. I'm not going to even say women. Some people have a problem with you having, you know what I'm saying, you friends with her, friends with him, and they don't know, especially they don't know how deep it is, because some of them on where they were and what they did. They're insecurities, in my opinion. We all, the room right now is at least 35 and up in here, right? We all have friends that, some of us have at least one or two opposite sex we didn't talk that we still cool with, am I right? From years ago. I'm not going to cut my friendship off because you insecure. I'm not doing it. You need to get yourself together. Now, if I'm in the room at 3 o'clock on the phone, that's something totally different. 3 a.m. Hey, what you doing?
Can you get out? I think it's within reason. Again, communication play a big part of this, but I think it's within reason. Like everybody know, we all got a friend that want to, get on with us, right? So you know which level of quote unquote friendship you on. You have to respect your situation first. If you're in a relationship wise, if you're in a relationship and you know that this particular friend wants to, bump uglies with you, then that might be a friend that you might have to put on the back burner if you really respecting your relationship. That's how I feel about it.
Kind of like a contingency plan?
No, not well.
That's what it sounded like
Hey,
to me.
I'm not gonna say all that, but I mean, if it don't work, then the friends. No.
All right, let's go to the next question. Y'all enjoying yourselves? This is a great conversation so far. All right. Next question. What we got? We got about 10 more minutes.
What do you do when you love someone, but the extramarital activities excite you more?
Extramarital what?
You figure out how to spice it up.
The extramarital activities excite you more.
Extramarital affairs.
What do you do when you love someone? What do you do when you love someone, but the extramarital activities excite you more?
Them? They talking about okay, it sounds like they love this person, but the other person is doing other stuff. Is that what they mean? No.
They love
I
their
don't get it.
person.
I'm lost.
They love their person, but they love cheating too.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, got it. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's a good one. Because some people disagree and say you don't love them because you're doing it.
Can you love someone and cheat?
I wasn't answering that question, but I was. What I think what they're trying to say is basically you're married, but at the same time, sneaking around is more fun than being able to just be like, here we go. So that's basically what I'm getting from that because, think about it. When you sneaking doing something, it's more fun than, just walking into, being out in the open. So I don't know if you can love and cheat, all that other stuff, but I know about the sneaking and, having more fun.
Right. Now, Sheila said, you can't have it both ways, leave or keep cheating, Stanky. That's what she said. That's what Sheila said.
I think they used to call that having cake and eating it too back in the day, right?
Absolutely. I know so many people that, they're in a relationship and they actually, they seem like they love their person, but they still like to hunt.
Do other
So
stuff.
I like
They
the
like
question.
to hunt a little bit.
I like the
thrill
question
of
that
the
you
chase?
just asked, though.
Yes.
I like the question that you asked, and I would love for somebody in the room to answer it or online. Is that you said, can you love a person and still cheat on them?
Yes.
That is
Is
a
it real?
great question. There you go. Then we need to come back to you. You only got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Funeral remarks.
I'm just going to take
Real
less
quick.
than 1 minute. But first of all, I guess I've never been in an extramarital affair before. But it had to be some kind of agreement that they can have an extramarital affair for them to do it and be, how you tell your spouse you're cheating and you like cheating better than with them, If a man came to me and, and he wanted to date me or something, my first thing is, are you married? Because I don't date married men. I never have because I always felt like I wanted somebody to consider my marriage just like they want me to consider theirs. So I never dealt with a married man before. I always asked first if they was married. I just, backed and walked my way, So. Now I might have met somebody and they weren't married and then they got married, That happened before. But they weren't married when I first met them.
She said they ain't start off like that.
So you said something on the question. You answered the question. You said that you can still love them but not be in love with them, and they cheat. Yeah, everybody agree with that? No. Yeah. No. So we got to talk about this. This is good. We're gonna do this in about 2 hours tomorrow. So again, the question is. Can you love somebody and cheat on them? Yes or no?
A lot of yes, yes, yes.
A lot of yes.
Wow.
And so why is your yes and why is your no? I guess that's the question. Why is your yes and why is your no?
So if you love them, why are you like seeking?
It can be.
Can you?
Come on, Slim.
Okay, come on.
Come on, Slim. Yeah, get on the mic. You got get on.
Be shy behind the mic.
What we just
So
said.
can you love somebody? So you still loving them and going around and all up in somebody else's bed.
Yeah. Some people could disattach feelings. It could be strictly sexual. It could be strictly, yo, I love you. I got a lot of kids by a lot of women, and I like a lot of them, and I love a few of them. You feel me? You got to be able to disconnect certain things, because all women want is feeling. I don't know feeling. I'm learning feeling getting at this age. I just started getting feeling, because I've heard a lot of women. You feel me? So you got to learn. But that other question, y'all way off. They having intersex relationships, and she like that extra activity, like her husband watching. I read that question when you said it. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they doing some swinging shit.
They like some extra. They want some
she
extra.
Like that, that's turning her on, but her husband like only once in a while. But she like, yeah, I want it all the time.
Oh.
That's what I got from that question.
Okay.
You got that?
I got you.
I'm going. I got my.
Wait. Before you go, let me just clarify something. Yes, because what you said was very intriguing to me. Okay.
Go.
You said you heard a lot of women, and now you're into feelings because of your experiences with women.
No.
Okay,
I just
clarify.
learned how to adapt to the woman's feeling.
You adapt to the. So you're still the same man you were before.
No.
But you're just see, ladies, the follow-up questions. Okay.
Go. See you like a lawyer, ain't you?
No, I just, you know what? I'm just feeling you because you're honest.
Understand?
You're honest.
Like, no, yeah. You don't know. Anyway, so it's like let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna keep this gentle.
Go ahead. I want to know.
Me and you in a relationship, right? I could love you to death,
Okay.
but I could see her and just want to knock it down. Psychologically, no feelings involved. Zero. But to y'all, it's always about a feeling. Who's that? Who said that? Because you are a freak.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
That's
minute.
how I would see it. Because if she has no feelings as a woman, she could separate the two.
So now you said you
Most
have.
women can't separate the two. You can't just have sex without connecting it. But you do got women that do it. You know what they call?
What?
You know.
Look, you
Ladies
have.
of the night.
You said you have evolved feelings now.
You can do it. See? But she's not a lady at night, but she's honest. You're not going to find that too many women. Yo, come here, God. I want to knock you off and go home. How many times that happened to you?
There's a lot of women that'll do that. There's a lot of women that will.
Not as much as us.
Okay.
It's 2023 it is.
I got a question.
Oh, yeah, 22. Yeah, it's a new
So
word.
you said you have evolved feelings. You
This is
maturing.
therapy. Can I get a couch?
Listen.
I need
So
therapy. I need
if do
therapy.
you feel that love at some point could make you not want to knock her down?
Yeah, this happened right now, recently. I've been
Really?
honest for the last few years, actually.
So what changed it for you? Like what was
Me.
about that
I was
relationship?
just tired of running around. It's up to us. When you ready, you ready. It is
So
like
you was
It
just
had
tired.
nothing to do with
So-
her.
Fatigue is what you're saying. It's changed you.
fatigue. Oh no, I'm still strong. Ain't no.
But you were tired of running
Fatigue
around,
issues
though.
over here. I just got tired of lying and, well, not even lying. Just dealing with so many people, dealing with all the different names and family. You get tired of that. I got 6 baby mamas. I am tired. Yeah, all that's too much. All your extra kids, it's too much. You get tired of it. You find one you like, she like you, let's rock.
All right.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
That was
your
some,
honesty.
that was some honesty for you.
Yes, you can. Awesome.
I appreciate the honesty.
Again, guys, when we have these conversations, it's real life. It's real. These are, because I think a lot of times we get caught up in wanting people for us to agree with the opinions of others. Like we have to agree. No, this is the real world. And that's why you have to make a decision on who you going to be with or what you want to do or what you're going to tolerate. When somebody is honest, don't get mad, respect it.
That's right.
And you just make a decision.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we can stay on that question because there's a whole lot of people who, there's a whole lot of different answers to that. Yeah.
So y'all just don't feel nothing when y'all having sex out here?
No. Go ahead. What you got? You gotta bring the mic back down.
Right.
Like, just piggybacking off of what he said. I mean, I remember, being younger. Everything was compartmentalized. We don't put everything into a basket like most women, except for her. Like, like generally, like they say, like most females are emotional thinkers and most men are logical thinkers. Like we use that logic to put things in certain boxes. That's why, like a woman, most women, they get upset by the argument and they start bringing up shit from 10 years ago, right?
Because we want to win.
Right, but like men, most of men don't do that. We gonna stick with what we dealing with right here because this is the compartment that we're working in.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I say love really don't have much to do with it, because you can be in love with a woman, but like my man said over here, this is just pleasure. This don't mean shit. But then that's the childish. I'm not gonna even say childish because it depends on where you at in your life. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago where love does not determine all, It
But
is
what about
it is.
love for her? Like the thought of losing her, like that
Well,
doesn't
it's
bother
respect for her. You still got to be honest.
Can I add to that? Because we keep making it about the man. There are women who cheat on their husbands all the time.
Black women
and
don't
they
cheat.
still love him, just like you hear a man say he love his wife. We keep putting it as it's the, and I get it because we look and say, ooh, but there's women who do it too, and they do it well.
Black women don't cheat. I
But
don't
you
think
had
we
a
cheat.
comment.
Yeah. I think we
most
often
women do what?
Most guys, if they're cheating with a married woman, they're going to lie to cover her to keep her home, quote
True.
unquote, happy.
No, that's a fact.
So it don't mess things up with them. Where a woman is going to come along and make it real messy and sloppy and mess up the whole.
They about
everything.
to blow up your spot. Yes.
When you leaving?
Women gonna blow up your spot.
You been in there
Men
too
will
long.
keep your secrets. Yes.
So I think that we often ask the question, can you love somebody and cheat on them? We don't ask the question, can you love somebody and be mad at them? Can you love somebody and lie to them? Can you love somebody and, you can love someone. Love can coexist in a whole multitude of other emotions, other actions, other things. And if you're cheating on someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't love them because you're really not thinking about them. You're thinking about what you want. It has very little to do with the person and very much to do with yourself. So, come on. So I think that, when we're discussing the things regarding cheating and loving and things like that, if the infidelity in your relationship is a problem, then it boils down to the communication between the people. It boils down to you sitting down and first being honest with yourself, and then being able to be honest with the person sitting across from you and talking about what the issues are and how you can fix them, if you can fix them, and moving forward from there, and then not holding each other hostage, which goes back to one of the first questions we had. I didn't get a chance to jump in on, but if you agree to stay, then you need to agree to leave it where it was. You can't keep throwing it back in somebody's face and saying, well, when you did. You start over from a point and you move forward and build from there. But love can coexist with a whole multitude of things, and we got to grow up and understand that, and then grow up and be present and responsible and intentional in our relationships.
This is a sad question to this question. I remember being younger, just thinking like, I always put women on a pedestal, like women, They general. They don't do this. They don't do that. They don't, you know. Now today, women are just as raunchy as most men, right? So,
is that bad or good?
Well, I don't like it, right?
Okay.
So I've heard throughout the years, like, for a woman to have sex with a man, like, she has to be emotionally in touch. We just had this conversation here a couple weeks ago, too. She's got to be emotionally in touch. She got to be connected to this man somehow. You know, it has to be more than just sex for women, right? Whereas men, it don't have to be anything.
Said that? There's plenty of women on the first night.
I'm not saying this is all women 100%. But I am saying that this is a very popular opinion amongst the female community.
The ones that be lying.
Whether they lie or not, that's on them. This is just what I heard. Right? So, with that being said, my question to the women, what is it, if it's not physical, what is it that will make you have a side dude just for sex?
Maybe it is just for, maybe it is just
I see they going to be shy on it for the same reasons that the dude do it. But they being quiet. They taking too long. Easy answer. Yeah, come on, answer that.
She cheated because you cheated first. That's what happened.
I mean, it's the same thing as for guys. The same reason why you guys would cheat. If it's not emotional, it's for, like you said, it's more fun outside, the extracurriculars, it's exciting, it's all those type of things. The same reason. Men and women were really a lot alike. Why it's not the same reason? Not all men can compartmentalize because some men will bring up the past just like the women do. So it's a small group here of men and a small group of women. So you got that group of women that can do the same thing the men do and vice versa. Like she said, you can do it without feelings. It ain't always about a feeling. Because if I just walk up on you at the club and that's how you get one night stands. So.
Or you can meet them at Giant Eagle when, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the produce section.
You getting it in at Giant Eagle? Okay.
But I think too, just listening to you all, I think that in most men, they ain't gonna admit it, but some men would do it because of what they dealing with emotionally. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, not every man cheat just because of what I heard my brother said. A man can go and cheat because of some other stuff. Okay? It ain't just because it's for the same reason that the woman go do it. He ain't treat me like this. He ain't doing like this. If the man keeps getting cussed out, then he may find something in her, and what did you call a safe place? He feel like he's not going to get all that from her. And the same thing that women do. So it just depends on, some women cheat because they just hoes. Some men cheat because they just hoes. And if we accept that, it is what it is. Everybody has it's not a one reason way why everybody do what they do.
That's a fact.
So, you know what I'm saying? So,
but Sam, isn't there also a clinical reason why men and or women do that? I mean, I'm remembering.
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not,
but you remember back in the day, Eric Benet, right, and Halle Berry, and what came out about his. I mean, honestly, help me out. Didn't he have
sexual addiction?
Yeah. I mean, could that not be a reason?
Yeah, but see, I'm glad you said that. So we assume because Halle Berry is this, that she is that, when she's probably not that. She's a dope-ass Hollywood star, but she probably sucks at being in a good-ass relationship. We don't know that. So how, just like, for example, the dude, what's his name, what's his name, just cheated on, hit that white girl up there. Who? Udoko. We all saying, this all you heard was, how can he cheat on Nia Long? It don't matter how fine she is because she's a damn celebrity, because she's in movies, and she fine as hell. She might have some things that she's not well, first of all, she's not perfect just because she's a celebrity. And it doesn't make it right for what he did. We don't know why he did what he did. But just because we look at a person like that, be like, how could you do that? You don't know. Go ahead, dear.
Hey,
I was gonna say, like with the sex addict, most sex addicts don't even like the person they're with. They do it for the thrill. So
For the thrill.
They do it for the thrill. So clinically speaking, generally speaking, like somebody that's a sex addict or addicted to anything, they do it for the thrill. They don't. So they have no. It's not about the person they're with. It has nothing to do with them. It's the thrill. So everything is for a thrill, spontaneity, and thrill for them. Has nothing to do with the person they're with, and that's clinically. So if
there you go. Clinically,
break it
person.
down to the clinical
Was that
level,
Google or is that?
No, that's clinically speaking.
Okay, that's
Something
your profession.
I know, yeah.
Okay,
Clinically
cool.
speaking, it's not based on. It's based on the simple fact that it's a thrill for them.
So that's a good question. If you date somebody like that, right? You with somebody like that, and they have a clinical problem,
right,
of getting some ass.
It's up to you whether or not you want to deal with that.
What
just
do
like
you want to deal with?
Just like if you date
drugs,
someone
bipolar,
schizophrenic,
there you go.
or whatever. It's up to you. If
I'm
you
so
want to deal with
glad you
that.
broke that down and mentioned that.
So how do you know whether or not you should be, dealing with a sick person or whether they're just being greedy? How do you know whether or not they're just, trying to get in where they fit in or whether there's something clinically wrong?
A lot of times the person that has something clinically wrong, they'll have no interest in you. So you could be with them, you could be married, you could be in a relationship, but they really truly have no interest in you. So like they are, basically it's kind of like narcissism, you know how like that's, I guess that's the key word today, narcissism. How like they really aren't interested in you, they're toying with you. So they're interested in toying with your emotions because it gives them a thrill. So just like how, like we're talking about the gentleman that, Celtics that cheated on Nia Long, it was a thrill. It's the thrill of being caught, and then
The thrill of hitting a white man's, his boss wife.
Exactly, it's a thrill. Just like swingers, it's the thrill. It's the thrill. So they get the thrill off of it. That's what they get off on the thrill.
Interesting.
It had to be. Ain't no way in hell you about to be hitting the man's wife.
She
The
was
top
a Mormon.
dog. He the top dog of Boston Celtics. You hitting his prize.
She was Mormon too. They ain't like that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that perspective, young
Thank
lady.
you.
I always wanted to know.
And thank you for bringing up the Eric Benet, when you brought that up, because that's exactly what he said was wrong with him. He's a sex addict. And we all laughed at it, didn't we? We laughed at it. Man, you got Halle Berry. Man, don't mean nothing.
Shoot,
Now,
Beyonce
thank you for breaking
got
that
cheated
down.
on.
Yeah. We got God, and then we do stuff against it. Going back to y'all question when y'all said, can you love somebody and cheat? Oh, what's up, Miracle? Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. So people sit up there and they will cheat on God every day, and then we all say we love Him. Yes or no? All right. So that answers the other question.
All right. All right. So.
We got 7 more minutes. What you got?
All right. How to handle an insensitive partner? How do you handle an insensitive partner?
Thank y'all for coming out.
How do you handle
an
an insensitive partner?
Sensitive.
See, you probably the insensitive partner. You got, how you handle them? Can you come up to the mic? Come to the mic, girl.
How do you handle that?
Tell us how to handle it, girlfriend.
Maple Heights in the house. Mustangs.
Proud with that Maple Heights shit. There you
my
go,
sons,
Mustang.
Yeah, they Mustangs. Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, so as far as how you handle a insensitive spouse?
Yes.
Insensitive.
Yes.
I say first and foremost, you know what, pray. Because we all got that tongue to say something. And it makes you feel some type of way when your better half don't show any type of empathy for what you're saying, what you're feeling, what you're going through. But it's still that love there. And you just bring it back with kind words. Sometimes you got to teach them, just make them know. Hey, where's your heart? You don't hurt me here. You may be huge to me, but small to him. But you love him enough. You just talk to him.
So you got to explain. You got to speak up for yourself.
Yeah, I think we all have been in that, though. I'm glad how you broke that down.
Yes.
Yeah.
She said, bring it back. Bring it back with some kind words and kind of teach them how to speak to you.
I think the problem comes in when the type of person that you can't do that with. If you can, cause some people you'll point out, so you have to approach them in a certain type of way. Hey, you know, that was kind of, you know, think about an ABCD. That's just how I am, goddammit. That's just me. I ain't changing for no damn body. You got people like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, because especially when you're dealing with your kids sometimes, I'll say something, and my kids, why did he say that? Because I'm being honest and real. Well, maybe you should have said it like, no, not today. He need to hear it like this. But then they may not want to hear it like that.
In 2023, like, everybody is so damn sensitive about everything.
I
like,
knew you was the insensitive one.
Man, listen. Listen, what I would say is this. Don't be disrespectful, but just be real. Just say it how it is. They're going to either have, I mean, in my opinion, they're going to either have to adapt to the truth or find somebody else to tell them a lie. I just ain't with it. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not about to lie to you. I don't feel like as adults we need to sugarcoat anything to each other. Let's just put it out there. I find myself a lot of times stuck and don't know what to say because I'm trying to make it sound pretty. But if I'm just honest, it is what it is.
But can you offer that honesty with just a little bit of sugar for the person just to make it go down a little bit better? I'm not saying lie or necessarily sugarcoat, but just meet them where they are and tell them in a way that's, you know, that they're going to be able to accept.
So that goes back to what I said at the beginning. Like, I'm not disrespectful. I'm never intentionally disrespectful to anybody, even people that I don't like, period, you know. So I'm going to be respectful.
But you're going to be you.
But I'm going to say it like Sam. I am who I am. No, that ain't me, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it so there's no misunderstandings. Once you start sugarcoating, you start missing.
You can come to that back bar if you want to, bro. We got the back bar.
Yeah, you go to the back bar if you want to. There's drinks back there.
We'll make sure you go. Hey, Amanda, we got somebody up front. Y'all get a chance, please.
So what if she says, hey, the way that you said that hurt me. That hurt my feelings.
Can I answer that too? Sometimes I don't want to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry.
I might not be sorry.
I'm not. It's phony. I never will forget. I had a situation. I was like, no, but that's how I felt. Why do I have to change? That's how I felt. I'm lying to you if I say I'm sorry. That's really how I felt. Even if I say it in a different way,
I still said the same thing.
I still said the same thing. It's right. It depends on what it is and how it is. I'm so real. I can tell you the whole situation right now. I didn't get the right response when I found out that Jeremiah was on his way. I was like, God damn, oh, hell no. And then they say, well, why would you hurt me? They hurt my feelings. I'm crying. Oh. But that's how I felt. And for me to be phony, it's a lie. And and that's how lies continue to go on and on and on because we won't tell the truth. We say, you know what? I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to hurt her. Same with your kids. Sometimes you got to tell them. Now, let me say this. I want to go back to what she said. Yeah, I do the 1-2 approach. But why is it I'm 50 and I have to now act like I'm a kid and lie just to communicate or to be like to do the whole Oprah and the save him, the what's the other dude? The Phil, what's his name? Oh, listen, I would do the approach to say, you know what, I don't like that. Maybe you should try to do something. In the real world, they don't do that. They fire your ass. They say you suck. Your performance is not good. It's over with.
Don't come back.
Huh?
Don't come back.
Right.
I think the world is tough enough. I think that if you can't find some type of empathy, some type of sympathy in your own house, then what are you doing?
You can, but you still have to accept the honesty of the person.
It's no sympathy, but it's empathy. Like if I say it, I meant it. So I can empathize with you. I can empathize with your feelings. You might be hurt or you might not like what I said, but I'm going to say it.
So you don't think that you know, somebody holds their tongue for you for the benefit of your feelings at some point?
I'm not saying that they don't, but that's their issue, not mine. You need to come to me clear. If you, hey, listen, everybody that knows me, for real, knows when you come to me, don't sugarcoat shit, say it like it is, because that's how I'm coming with you. And it's never it's no disrespect. It's never disrespectful. Especially my friends, it's gonna be 100% love, but I'm gonna shoot from the hip. It's coming straight from the hip, and I'm giving it to you the way it is, period.
It don't mean that you don't love them. It don't mean that you're not going to be able to deal with the situation. It's that sometimes that's your personality at that moment to be that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, go ahead.
Okay. The old people used to say, the old people used to say, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Now, I'm an old person. Now I'm an old person. I'm 75.
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying that because, believe me, in these 75 years, I've been through a lot. You know, I've been on both sides of the fence. The drug addiction, the alcohol, the whole, the women, the not, you know, getting paid Friday with a family and not coming home till Monday broke and shit. I mean, well, you know, I borrowed money to come make it look good so she could buy groceries. But what I'm saying is that, you know, I have some things to share with people, with younger people, you know. But so maybe they don't go through the same rigmarole that I went through. But one thing I will say, and that is that we used to respect our elders, you know, and today it ain't there. Well, when I say, I'm not saying that, no, you know, you can't, it ain't no whole, I'm not putting everything in one basket. You know, it's a generalization, absolutely. And for the most part, people, like you say, don't respect each other, not kind to each other.
Yes.
I mean, that shit done went down. You know, I lived in Philadelphia, which was a rough city in the 50s and 60s, and we didn't lock the door. We didn't lock the front door. You can't do that now. So, you know, it's changing. Things, it ain't changed. It done changed. You know, and sometimes I want, like Sam was saying, sometimes I want some goddamn respect. I want some respect, you know. Right. And when them young boys hold the door for me and say, I got you, school, I love that shit.
And I want to appreciate it. And then what the sister said here when she kicked it off, she is correct. So make sure y'all take in what everybody's saying, because everybody depends on the situation. Have a conversation to address, you know, I hear you. You are being who you are, Sam, but sometimes you may just come off a little bit too rough when you first, you know what I mean? You know, this person, because it takes, I think it takes experience or wisdom to know who to say what to and when to say what. But sometimes we all have been emotional, and some people are just being transparent on who they are. And if they're not allowed to be in that same place, just like you want them to understand sometimes to be soft, you have to understand and let them be who they are, because that makes them who they are. Is that fair?
Now, see, okay, I do know people personally that will tear you down as soon as you come in the door. Ooh, what's wrong with your hair? Oh,
that's different. They get on my nerve. Always judging you.
You looking fat. Oh, look.
You gaining weight, girl.
Yeah, but and they chalk it up to No.
But
some
that hurts
people
people,
feel like some people feel
auntie
like
to do
they
that.
being real, but it's real mean. It just is real mean. And I could never imagine some of the people who say some of these rude things. I can't imagine walking into a room like, ooh, you fell off, or look at your hair, or like, I just can't
And
like
see,
imagine.
and to bag you up on that, people like that need to be checked just as well as the stuff that I said we need to allow and let you be in your space. You say, hey auntie, every time I come over here, I don't want to hear how much weight I done gained, how much this and that, how my hair. Eventually they need to be told.
Hey,
because they hurting you.
Hey,
and you need to say something to them.
And see that, but that's different though. See, when you outside, ain't nobody ask your damn opinion. I don't care how you think my hair look, but before you leave your house, your husband say, baby, no, I don't, you fix your hair. Go in the bathroom and go check this out. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like the way that, blah, 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 the belt match your I don't know. But at home, he should be able to do that. When you go to work, nobody care what you say, Shirley, or that's her name, Shirley thing? That's different.
Well, the whole thing is about being insensitive. So when you're talking about being insensitive, it's not just your opinion that matters. If someone is saying that you're being insensitive, then you have to take somebody else's feelings into account.
Have you ever heard that? Well, we all did it. Be like, damn, they ain't got no friends because we looking at the way that they dress. Like, damn, they friends should have told them.
No, people could be honest with you without being rude
no,
or
hear what I'm saying.
insensitive.
And then, I'm saying, like,
that's good stuff.
Nobody's in here matches this, but you get a 450-pound female and she got on some leather leggings. Now, this dude crazy. He's something else. but I'm saying, not saying that she can't do that if she wants to do that, but somebody should have told her before she left the house how it looked on her. Now, once she get outside, it ain't my business to tell her how I feel she look, unless she asks me. In the house or her loved ones or whatever before she leave, they should be able to have that conversation.
I think again, this conversation, I think we heard 6 or 7 different scenarios. Am I right? So all of it don't fit the same. And I think we all answered those particular scenarios. Y'all agree?
Yes.
All right.
I'm with you, Uncle Charles. And Sheila on Facebook said, honesty is one thing, but cruelty is savage.
That's right.
And she says, some men and women will politely, yes, sir, and no, sir, a cop, but crudely speak to who they claim to love.
It's real.
Yes.
That's why I said you had to read that.
Don't give me the worst.
And again, you can say something and be real on how you felt at that moment in time. But then again, as you process something, you're like, okay, yeah, I said this what I meant, but this is what I meant. So sometimes people only hear what they hear. And they don't hear because you had that instant reaction. Like I said, I had an instant reaction. It wasn't about me not, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing was with me, oh, damn, I got to travel again. I got all this travel. I ain't going to be around. Oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? So, but you still being honest. Does that make sense? Sometimes I think that if sometimes people dodge being honest and you hold in stuff, and then when you hold in stuff, then you start that pattern of always holding in how you feel. So say how you feel, but think at times, but sometimes life, it happens on the moment. How many of y'all had a moment you said something like, oh, hell, but you meant it, but you said it out loud, but you said, maybe I shouldn't have said it then. Right. Am I the only one?
I'm going to think twice, speak once.
It don't happen all the time like that, depending on what it is. What's the next question? And then we done.
If after so many years together, your mate is no longer in need of sex all the time, is that a bad thing, good thing, or is it just your mate is over sex overall?
Well, you need to bring them here next Tuesday from 6 to 8, because 6 to 8, those of you just coming in, we're going to have an adult novelty happy hour. There will be bullets, squirters, what else is it?
And he not talking about the bullets that shoot you now. He talking about some pleasurable bullets. Yes.
So it's going to be a wonderful experience next week, 6 to 8. But they need to come to events like that. I would suggest to to help bring back the spice. But anybody else can dive into that. If y'all want to hit, they feel like they don't want it that much. Good night, everyone. Good night, Rev.
Good night, Philly.
Who don't? So repeat that question one more time. Maybe somebody want to hit it. The question.
You were gonna say that. Okay.
You want it, they don't want it no more. Y'all in a relationship. The other person want it more than the other person want it.
Yes.
What do you do?
If after so many years together, your mate is no longer in need of sex all the time, is that a good thing, a bad thing, or is it okay? Is it okay your mate is just over sex overall?
You want it, they don't want it. Y'all been together this long, they not really in tune to it.
They don't want no more.
What's the stuff, the testosterone, what is it? And the Mobito, what is it?
I mean, okay, so if your mate is over sex, then you probably didn't have a lot of conversations about sex before, like in the dating process, right? You probably didn't match in the first place, right?
That could be it. Or, as we get older, things change. People change. Like one of our viewers said, it could be an embarrassing medical reason. Sheila says it could be, it could be something medical.
You might need to go see the doctor. The doctor
again,
got stuff for that.
Communication. You got to find out what the reason is.
No,
So
you
now,
should. You
it's
should.
a
No,
lifestyle.
he said something real good on there. He said you can't tell your mate you went to the doctor about that. Let me say this. Women go to the doctor for their coochie all the time. Men need to go, well, not as often as they should. You're right. Because some women, I clean the bathrooms. I'd be like, what's going on? Okay. Another story. Another story. No. But women have gynae doctors, right? That's what y'all call them?
Gynecologists?
Gynecologists.
Yes.
They are the doctors for us. Now, a man won't go to the doctor like he should until sometime that thing ain't working.
Yeah.
And you need to go to the doctor. Yeah. You need to go to the doctor. People don't have real conversations. You can be suffering from depression. You can be, I always mess up the word, what is it? Clinic lady, what is it?
Testosterone.
There you go, that word.
Low T.
And what's the other word, y'all? Libido? Women?
Libido, that's your
right. Your sex drive.
Yeah.
That you go talk to the doctor. And if you can't talk to your mate, your wife, your husband about that, then there's a problem. There's women who deal with being dry. Yeah. And they can't get wet. Right. They got to go to the doctor, got to talk about it. So now because y'all don't have a conversation, y'all sexually frustrated and mad, attitudes going on. He want to get in there, it's dry. Or you want some, he can't get it up. Go to the doctor and talk to the doctor. That could be one thing. People don't want to talk about that. That's real.
Because it's real stuff.
Right.
It's real life.
People don't like to talk about real stuff.
No, that's a fact. I mean, you might need to just go get some lube or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might not be
take
doing
a
what it
blue
used to
pill.
do before.
Or maybe you need to watch Pornhub sometimes. Who knows?
Watch some Pornhub. Have a drink. I don't know. Come next week and see what she got in her toy chest over here.
You don't need Pornhub. You got
Did y'all have a good
toy
time
chest.
on that? You had a good time in adult conversation, just adult conversation. We're not experts. We just grown people just talking and chatting. So we do it every Tuesday night. Next week we'll be right back. 6 o'clock it starts. 6 o'clock. Invite a friend. It's a masquerade. You wear your mask. You come in. Natoya going to have is Fat Tuesday. That's what it's called. There you go. Fat Tuesday, and then you put your mask on, you come in, we're going to play games. You want to tell them more about it before we go? We're going to play games. Cause I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
I need you to roll that big chest up
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Come on, wait a minute. Hold on. Here you go.
I can't hear what you say. You want some gumbo? You know what? Hey, let's do that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Thank you. We're going to do that. And we're going to have margaritas and gumbo. I'm going to make sure we make gumbo that night. Yeah. So y'all come in and wear y'all stuff. Shouts out to y'all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's a body in there. All right, well, we got a couple of things and games, y'all. We got dice games they're going to play. They got, what's that stuff in there?
She
what's
got all
in that
kinds
bag?
of toys, y'all.
Got a swing?
Yes. Ooh, a swing. Swing, swing. Do you have to have a really strong ceiling for that
What else
swing?
you got? Lingerie.
Oh, look at that.
Couple games, you can play all that stuff. Play together. Get them mic, get them mic. It got handcuffs in there.
She got handcuffs. See, you up to no good. That's why you don't want to be handcuffed. That's what.
We got blindfolds.
Blindfolds.
He want to swing.
Right.
It's still Valentine's Day, y'all.
All right. So.
What about for women, you know, just by themselves? What you got? For personal maintenance.
This is called the Satisfier.
Yeah.
The Satisfier.
Nice, yeah.
The women.
The woman.
It's not all for. Yes, you have something. Yes, come Tuesday and you will see what all I have.
Listen,
Where you at? Where you live at? We'll see
Welcome,
your
guys.
answer.
Come on in. Come on in.
The answer to your question, young man, is because you stay booked. We need this while you're gone, right?
And what's in that bag there?
What's in there?
Yeah.
This is our BJ Blast.
BJ Blast. You get a BJ Blast.
A BJ Blast.
It helps with BJs.
All right.
Oh, so it's
This
flavors.
is cherry flavor.
Cherry flavor. Okay, they got some strawberries. Okay, y'all. So she about to spice it all the way up next Tuesday. Make sure
Pink Kisses will be here. Pink Kisses. Y'all be here at 6 o'clock, and it's going down. We're going to make some gumbo. I'm glad you said that. And y'all wear your mask, and not the Mardi Gras mask, not the... And and so we have some Fat Tuesday drinks. All right. Hey, share the video. Thank y'all for watching, and join us next week. Holla, man. We gonna fellowship. We here till 11 o'clock. Pull on up, have a drink, get something to eat.